Hello and welcome, Snake here. Welcome in another Heroes Spotlight, Legendary. And today my victim is Skarr Bloodwrath. Skarr Bloodwrath, with the stiff chains on his weapons, is a foot hero with dual weapon access. He's available for Warriors of Chaos, Demons of Chaos, and Khorne faction. And you can get him at certain level. I don't remember the level, but eventually you're gonna get the quest. And the quest is all about raiding enemies for 800 favor. It's almost like nothing. Raiding for 800 is easy, but you need to remember to do it because it's easy to forget. If you don't raid often, that's easy to forget. And you get him instantly. After that, there is no more battle, nothing more. He comes with a decent trait that gives him two abilities and physical resistance for Skull Reapers and Ratmongers. The first ability is Blood Tally, that buffs incoming healing modifier up to 50%. You may be like, what? Why? And it's because the Bloodborne ability, that once he gets below 25% health, he gets massive heal. So with this modifier, I assume that can get him up to full health. Something like that, like instant heal that brings him up. The requirement, of course, are 150 kills. Yeah, each kill made by the unit, so you definitely need to kill a lot. But he's a monster to fight in melee, and you'll see in a moment. Skull Reapers and Ratmongers are the units that you can get tier 3 and tier 4. They come from this building. It has to be a mortal chain building, and you can get either Chosen or Skull Reapers. And at tier 4, it's Ratmongers or Chosen of Khorne with dual weapons. When you compare Chosen of Khorne with the Ratmongers, you see, obviously, a power creep. It's insane because you also see a power creep when you compare that to Skull Reapers. Skull Reapers maybe are not that heavy armored, but I kinda like Skull Reapers more than Chosen. And it pisses me off that power creep here is that much, powerful. Okay, Chosen of Khorne are a little bit better in defense, but the offense here is crazy. Plus they're faster, and faster melee infantry in Chaos is good. You most likely should have Skull Reapers army available easier than Ratmongers, because Ratmongers takes tier 4 settlement in order to get it. And when you play Khorne, since the bloodletting doesn't give you growth buff, everything grows slower. So easier to get are the Skull Reapers, and they're really good. I mean, Ratmongers are great, but Skull Reapers are not that far behind. And if you parry that with the Chaos War Shrines plus the Blood Speaker, you have yourself a massive, massive doom stack that can obliterate a lot of things. Skarr Bloodwrath himself is a monster to fight in melee. Okay, so he hates Slaanesh, obviously. All the highest row is only hate Slaanesh, Aura of Chaos that gives you missile resistance and spell resistance, nothing more. It's a quite simple build for a hero, but it's typical Khorne hero that he has a lot of, into weapon strength, so he's gonna do a lot of damage. Next, the special line is Roam the Wastes, that increase campaign movement range by 10% when he's in army, attached to an army, vigor loss reduction for the army, and speed 10%. That speed is a lot. Next up is the Reborn in Slaughter. Wound recovery time -4. So when he gets wounded, he comes back instantly. Physical resistance 10% and Hellblade ability. More than 80 kills, you suddenly deal more damage with base weapon and armor piercing. That's insane. That's just so much damage. It's just incredible. The blunt instrument is a melee attack, melee defense, and weapon strength buffs. So that's a lot. And leader of the Skarr. He gives armor 15% for Marauders of Khorne, Skull Reapers, and Ratmongers. It's a shame that he doesn't give the physical resistance for Marauders of Khorne as well. That would make them a little bit more viable. Passive ability Rage for Marauders of Khorne, Skull Reapers, and Ratmongers. And Upkeep for all those three, minus 15%. The Rage ability gives them physical resistance up to 10%, leadership up to 8%, and melee attack up to 5%. Longer they fight, this charge up. And Eye of the Bloodstorm is the final ability that gives him armor piercing plus 40, Berserk, that gives him in stages. He gets a lot of physical resistance and a lot of melee attack. He gets Rampage because FU, leadership is higher than Broken and melee. So yeah, he can get into Rampage when he's in combat a lot of time. He also causes Terror. You don't mind leaving him in melee when he Rampage because eventually he can heal himself once, but he gonna fucking kill a lot of stuff. And his personal melee line is typical Khorne line. So melee attack plus 5, melee attack plus 8 and 6 weapon strength. Melee defense 8 plus 6 weapon strength. Leadership plus 8, 6% weapon strength. 10% physical, 6% weapon strength. Foe Seeker, hit points 10%, 6% weapon strength. Speed 10%, weapon strength. Melee attack another 8 and 6%. Charge bonus 20 and weapon strength and deadly onslaught. Eventually, you're gonna accumulate quite a lot of weapon strength. Up to 1000 for sure. So you can imagine how inefficient it can be versus melee infantry because 1000 weapon strength. Okay, it adds splash because it's based on weapon strength. Okay, I get that. But you will overkill entities, so he might be excellent versus like other heroes. He will fuck them up for sure. He does have scouting, which is unusual for Khorne. This might be the only hero that has scouting, assassinate, block army, and steal technology. That's also unique to him, because there is no other hero that has, you know, steal technology and scouting, and not scouting. Jesus. And scouting, yeah, I was correct. So steal technology is something you might, before you attach him to an army, you might do some steal technology actions for some time. This way you will get some research rate done faster. It's only, you know, certain amount, but it's always something. And having this maxed out with this maxed out, that's gonna give you like 1 turn off probably. In Khorne, it's hard to get that research rate cut down, so definitely want to have it. Spread control and specialist. It's a very simple hero, but very effective. And he works great amongst the Skull Reapers and Ratmongers.
The bloodied flesh.
I would not put him into any other army. Like, if you want to have him with like Skarbrand, I have currently Skyla. But Skyla will be moved to another army, because they are so strong, there is no point keeping them into one superpower army. It's better to split those legendary heroes, put into separate armies, so they can spread carnage everywhere. And this Doomstack I have, this army, is good enough to kill a lot of stuff. And yeah, it would be nice to have Ratmongers, but before I get that, I don't think I have any tier 4 settlement. It's building up now. No, it's actually tier 3. So I don't have any tier 4 settlements because it takes a lot of time to build it. And I'm not spending time, you know, I build growth building, but that's about it. I don't accumulate a lot of it. So I just move forward and get what I get.
God is truth.
And Skull Reapers are absolute monsters to have anyway. That's why I also parry that with Chaos War Shrines of Khorne, and which normally I don't use unless I have Cultists. But since I don't have Cultists, I'm using them. And Bloodspeaker, which is, you know, great support Lord. I don't need to have strong Lord when I have Skarr Bloodwrath. Skarr Bloodwrath takes the mantle of that Lord that kills everything, and Bloodspeaker becomes a support. And his support is great, especially for Skarr Bloodwrath, because you can provide him extra healing in case he ran out or something. So definitely good. Plus, this can be nice. Vigor per second and Unbreakable. Really, really good.
War is Khorne.
Because Skarr Bloodwrath is not unbreakable. He doesn't have Unbreakable. He does have a Strider, some missile resistance and melee spell resistance. Oh, also, his equipment. He has only one unique item that gives him 35% missile block chance, which is neat. Weapon strength 10%, bonus versus infantry, and Bloodstorm Blade that buffs him even more. So you get this result. 80 armor, 80 leadership. Speed is 59 already. 59! Because I put him into an army, and, you know, this gives him speed. Plus the Lord has buffs. So 59. He's like a slow horse. He's like the Empire Knights that used to have 60. Sunder armor when he attacks, and it's a magical attack. Yeah, magical attacks with Sunder armor. 82 on the level 14. Melee defense 55, still can be topped. Weapon strength. Insane armor piercing, and 35, it's 20 base, but 35 with the item versus infantry. Plus, when you launch the Bloodstorm blades, you get another 16. So that's a lot. That's a lot versus infantry. Plus the Berserk. No, Berserk doesn't give him. Okay, my bad. So it's a lot for infantry. So he will murder the infantry, especially the heroes or lords. Oh, I missed this one. Okay, I missed this. Battle healing caps, Skulls gain, and Bloodborne use it twice. 2 times more. So you have the regeneration up to 3 times. That's why the battle healing cap. So you don't need technically Skull Reaper. I missed this one. I don't know why. You don't need Bloodspeaker, but definitely that Vigor lost reduction, reduction lost is definitely great, and Unbreakable in case he's surrounded by multiple entities and he's getting bashed too hard. Immune to Psychology, Strider, like I said, Mark of Khorne, but he's not Unbreakable. So Blood Reaper is a great support for that. And this army can obliterate a lot of things.
Our offering to you, Khorne.
Again, whatever you choose him for, it's up to you. But I highly recommend testing armies that he's built up for. Because you might have fun having, you know, Skull Reapers with dual weapon infantry. That is vulnerable to missile, for sure. But you can have fun anyway. That's it from me today. Subscribe if you like what I do. If you want more, I will record more. If you don't want it, tell me. I will record more anyway, probably. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Have a great day or night. Take care, and bye-bye.